Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Season 3, Episode 3. Before I start this video, I want to thank those that have subscribed to my channel and thank you to those of you that have been following and supporting me. Now I have no notifications, so I want to get straight into this video. So one quick note before we start this. I was planning to go to Skirmish High Wycombe today, being Sunday. Sadly, due to budget and finances, I couldn't go, so I am really gutted. So Ninja Assassin, have a great time, get some good footage. And to Tech and his Scav squad, have some fun at the CQB game. Yeah, I am gutted. But nevertheless, let's get into this video. Now you're probably wondering, why is Gamble not wearing one of his parkas, hats, etc, etc. Well, I can tell you right now, that's the whole point of this video. We're going to be talking about the cold in Airsoft, as I prefer to call it. Airsoft winter warfare. And yeah, you can see I struggle to say that because it is quite cold in here. So most of us will play in the spring, well, when the sun comes out, definitely in the summer, autumn, maybe just going into winter before it starts to get too cold. Now, don't get me wrong, you can play Airsoft in the cold. It just depends on if you can be bothered and can tolerate the cold. Now, 2 weeks ago, I went to Red Alert for the first game of 2022, and it was raining. Not so necessarily cold, but again, rain does have that effect, and the temperature wasn't exactly high either. So I thought to myself, I'll do this video for any beginners that are thinking of starting in January and what to consider. So, using the power of magic, here we go. So as you can see already, I've changed my t-shirt for something longer. Now this is a Russian shirt. Don't ask me to say it because at the moment I don't know how to precisely. But if you're a Russian fan, you know exactly what this top is called. So whether it's a thermal insulated shirt, t-shirt, fair enough, one of these. You can wear a t-shirt if you want to, but remember this is winter we're talking about. So again, when it comes to the cold, you have to be more active to stay warm. It's that simple. So I'm going to be speaking mainly from my experience as an AEG player, not so much as a DMR or sniper role. Again, I'd honestly say layer up nevertheless, because it depends on how your game style is, particularly with snipers. Obviously, a lot of waiting around. Obviously, you want to keep warm, so layer up. DMR's a little bit more mobile, like AEG players, but again, let's stay on topic. So, as my experience as an AEG player, you need to keep warm, so something simple as this. Now, you can wear whatever you want to. Again, this is just my stuff. So whatever you are using, it may work for you, may not work for someone else. And again, maybe you'll get a few ideas from this as well. But nevertheless, let's move on. Now, a few beginners that I've seen in the summer particularly turn up in their tracksuits and trainers. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, being a beginner. However, during the winter, I highly recommend going against it. Again, it's your choice because, well, put it this way, you'll freeze and your trainers are going to get completely wrecked, which I have seen in the summer in bad weather such as rain and mud. There was one great time where, well, I say it was great, more of a laugh really. A beginner turned up with some brand new trainers. They were white and it was a mucky day, and by the end of the day they were completely brown from mud. So don't bring your latest and greatest trainers, just get some, I don't know, trainers that are already worn. If you haven't got any boots, Wellingtons are a good option as well, especially. But here we go, where are they? So get yourself some good boots, some good socks, wool socks here, military based. And the reason why, over here actually, is quite simple. Like 2 weeks ago, it was very slippery, the rain, the mud, and trying to get a footing can be a nightmare. It can hinder the game a bit because you can't move properly at all, so there's a lot of slipping, sliding, and trying to keep your balance without hurting yourself. And I nearly stacked it a number of times, so best thing you can do in winter is make sure you've got some good boots and with some ankle protection, because there were quite a few people that did fall over and no one got majorly hurt at all, but again, a few bumps and bruises, but there can always be the case of a twisted ankle or worse, but we won't go into that. So footwear is essential in winter, especially My feet are not the best with circulation, but as long as you're moving around in airsoft, that's fine, you're going to keep warm. So even in your downtime, this is important. When you are reloading, resting, having a drink, having a snack, just keep moving. Obviously you don't want to dirty your car unless you want to, so just keep moving and try not to think about it. Again, mind over matter, you'll be fine, hopefully. So let's move on to the next part. Now, where are they? I've got a few things in here, so bear with me. There they are. Okay, so leg wear. Now, these are my DPM trousers. This is a soft fabric, good for summer. Again, not the best for winter. I did use these 2 weeks ago with these as well, waterproof. So again, consider if you've got more than one BDU, go with the harder fabric. Again, will keep you warmer in theory. But nevertheless, if you layer up like I did, so you've got some waterproofs, and these did a great job on the day. Like all things, yes, water does get in eventually through the bottom or the top. It depends on how much you're sliding and moving around. So yeah, bring what is comfortable for you. That is the most important thing probably out of all of this, that works for you, okay? Because the last thing you want to do is keep moving, tugging at things, because it's just gonna, well, not ruin your day, but just distract you constantly, and you get shot more times than you realise, probably. So let's put this back down. Okay, so that being said, I'll always recommend these knee pads, especially, like I said, 2 weeks ago, I was moving all over the place, and I was glad I had these on because I hit a lot of logs and branches, and thankfully, no like injured impact or anything. So, especially in winter conditions, bring some knee pads. Now, moving back up to the upper body, already gone through this. So you can layer up, you can put a shirt over this, and then a parka if you want to. So what I'll do here, let's see, what should I go with? Okay, so this is my check parka. It's got an inner layer as well, so it'll keep you warm. Now I have worn this only once for a game. This was last year, my last game, and as you can see, it's got a bit of mud and everything on it, so it gives it a bit more aesthetic if you want that sort of thing. No, this does a great job. I wear this pretty much wherever I go to, up the road. It keeps me warm. And again, all I have to do is wear a t-shirt or one of these long shirts underneath here, and this thing is designed to keep you warm. And Honey Badger bought one of these recently and completely agrees with me. Yeah, these things are going pretty cheap at the moment. Again, check websites, compare. And honestly, these are a great addition for casual wear, if you want to call it that. But again, these were designed to be used in the field, and I'll be honest, they do the job greatly. But if you're like me or Honey Badger, we're kind of hesitant to use it because they are pretty cool. But nevertheless, give me a second, I'm going to put that on. Keep me warm. Oh. Now this is just one of my parkas, just bear that in mind. It's a lot easier to get yourself changed when you're not sitting down, so just bear with me. Eventually, there we go. So again, something just so basic as this. Now, already, something simple as this. Now, if you are playing outdoors and wherever you are in the world, obviously if you live in the UK, the weather can be up and down with the cold. Very rarely get snow depending on where you live. Other countries like Russia, parts of America, and anywhere else in Europe, Asia, Middle East, and other countries, you'll have your snow, and well, good luck playing in the snow. I've never really played in the snow that seriously. Again, winter's not my thing. Winter for me is like, the happiest thing in winter for me is two things simply: having snowball fights and making a snowman. That's about it really. So, let's move on to the next part. Now, here is another parka. I wore this again 2 weeks ago with everything else in this video pretty much. So, I put this over the shirt, and again, before it started raining, this was keeping me warm, and then when it started to rain, I had this option as well, to go with the waterproof bottom, waterproof top over this, and this, and it did a great job. Again, didn't get soaked at all on my top half, so there you go. Again, you can go for whatever camo pattern you want, okay? This is just DPM stuff. You could go for US woodland, Russian, Asian, you name it. Again, your choice. Down. Now, obviously, when it comes to airsoft, you can't play without eye protection, so I'm not going to go over that. But again, eye protection, otherwise you can't play. Always protect your lower face, I recommend that. Again, you don't want to lose teeth. Obviously, mine comes with ear protection. Again, I won't be showing that. But now, some things that I think get neglected when it comes to, obviously, airsoft winter warfare. Now, what I recommend is a good set of gloves. Now, these do a good job. My standard gloves, if I can find them. Yep, here they are. So these have been worn and torn, as you can tell. I show this every time. Now, in certain conditions, if you're moving, you're not going to feel it as much. So these do a good job. You can wear thin layer gloves underneath this. I will try that at some point. So thin layer gloves, and see if I can fit in here with this. So I'll give it a little bit more warmth and protection for my hands. Again, Honey Badger mentioned that, so I will try that out. I did try these out as well, so I'm going to put those over there. You've got some standard warmth gloves here. Now, I got these off Grey Shop, and I'll show you what I mean by these being a little bit too long. So, they do a good job keeping you warm, but look at that. So I can pull it down, that's as far as they can go, still got a little here. The thumb is probably the longest part, so because I can't pull it down. So, they do a good job. I just wish the size was a little bit better. So again, whilst you're waiting like in the, well, car park or the safe zone, depending on where you're going at your site. So again, whilst you're on your cool down, keep your hands warm, because if your hands can't function properly in the cold, you might get cramps or worse, can't feel and shoot properly. Next, I tried these. Now these are proper winter warfare gloves, I suppose, reproductions, again from Grey Shop. So again, these will keep your hands warm, but like I said, movement, and like I had problems with trigger response, and again, this is airsoft, but nevertheless do a great job keeping your hands warm. So again, you can use them in your downtime. You can try switching out gloves if you want to in the field. I did try that actually, so I'll grab these gloves back. So I had my hybrid rig on, so what would happen is, if I found these to be too inconvenient, and they were, I'd just take them off and then get these out my other pouch pocket and put these on. So if you do bring gloves, obviously use your rigging. It does come in handy if you've got pouches that can handle that, and there's a tip for you there. Now, moving on to the next part. So I've got two here. Now, your neck. It sounds strange, but if you show your neck, it's kind of a giveaway, and you're thinking, well, it's quite a small thing to see, but yeah, nevertheless, if you're wearing all camo, and again, all those that are military trained will tell you this, hopefully. Again, I'm not a military expert, but if you're looking up or anything, again, you break the outline of the camo. So I wear this all the time, pretty much. So something simple as this, just to keep your neck warm, and it does protect your neck as well. Again, something simple as that. Obviously it's winter, so I can swap it for this one here. Now, I forget what this one's called, but I believe it's something to do with the Dutch Army. So if I put this one on here, so again, designed for warmth. Again, you can put these over your shoulders. Again, interesting style, that's why I bought it anyway, but nevertheless, got this all to protect your neck. Yes, this is the desert version, so in woodland situations, it might not actually do a bad job. I mean, it is khaki after all, and khaki is actually a pretty good colour that works pretty universally actually. So nevertheless, something simple there. Again, I can put it over my head as well. Again, this is not going to be perfect, but again, extra options to protect your ears. So a few little things there to consider for your neck. Now, moving on to one of my favourite parts. Now, when we play airsoft, again in the summer, most people will wear a beanie hat or nothing at all. Again, I can tell you right now, getting shot in the head or any part of your skin that is exposed can hurt. Not majorly, obviously pain is temporary, pride is forever. But yeah, it does hurt, so covering your head, your vital parts, wherever you're exposed, good chance to protect any cuts or BBs getting stuck in, depending on how high the FPS is, and will save you a tear or two. But nevertheless, something simple as this in the winter keeps my ears warm, protects my head. Again, if you're going for a GoPro option, yes, you're going to have to adjust what you're wearing, or just, find another way. So something simple as this, I wear this all the time to work, does the job, keeps me warm. You might not want to wear, again, these are all options to consider. So, my favourite boonie, something simple as this. Again, yes, it's more for summer, really. You can use it in winter. I have, obviously for my camera, it makes it a little bit easier. But again, your choice, your preference. Again, anything that goes on your head is going to keep you warm, unless it's raining. Even so, moving will keep your head warm. What I will say though is, well, it is a fact, you lose more of your heat through your head. So again, wearing something as simple as that will keep you insulated and keep you warm, which is what you want, especially in winter. The next one, something simple again, just a baseball cap, whether it's here or reversed, like some people want. Again, your choice, your preference. Again, it will protect your head. I never understood this though, unless you got the full version, why you want that. Because again, a little bit of exposure there. Now the next one, helmet, again, whatever camo pattern you want. Something simple again, keeps your head warm and protects you at the same time, but you can hear the pings. So if you can't hear that, then you need your ears tested. No offense, but again, it's airsoft, gotta call your hits. Now, the last one here, very Russian. A Ushanka, or Ushanka, as I found out from a Russian acquaintance. Now, you can have it up here, ear flaps, bring it down, secure under here. Now, I haven't got it with me at the moment, but it does actually come with a like face cover, which I have tested out, and honestly, I can't wait to actually try this one out for an airsoft game and get some feedback on it and what my thoughts are. So hopefully, fingers crossed, when I next go outdoors, I will try this out with one of my various loadouts. Let me undo this. So, whilst I've been talking to you wearing just this, yeah, instantly keeping warm. This, keep me warm. And when it comes to winter, like I said, this is the UK, alright? We very rarely get snow depending on where we are, but if you're playing outdoors and there's going to be a lot of stop and go, you've got to watch your balance, your movement, keep warm. These are some of the best options you can have. A few other things that I haven't got on me, so I'll mention them now. Hand warmers, again, hence the word, keep your hands warm, and if you keep them with some of your gas mags, it will make them work, hopefully, feed. I have to test that out, but I have heard from knowledge and everything that if you have hand warmers tucked in with your mags, your gas mags, again, warm mags, you can, well, shoot them properly, hopefully, without any issues. Again, check your gas as well. What else is there? You can bring, obviously, some soup with you if you want to for lunch. You can bring hot chocolate with you, tea, coffee. Now, some sites might provide it freely, some you might have to pay for, but it's not going to be that expensive. But again, hot beverages that will keep you warm during the day. And yeah, that's about it really when it comes to keeping warm playing airsoft in the winter. Now, full disclosure, I am not an expert when it comes to airsoft in the winter, okay? I actually started in January, back in 2018, wearing pretty much all my DPM gear there, and it worked for me. So you don't have to buy the most expensive winter gear to play a game of airsoft. So again, just layering up, bringing some basic essentials, you'll have a great time hopefully. Also, just one last thing, bring extra clothing because you never know if it really is bad, being cold, wet, icy, and your clothes are completely soaked at the end of the day, like me 2 weeks ago. Bringing some extra clothes, quick and easy to get changed in the car, and then, yeah, put all the dirty stuff away. So that's it really. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, trying to keep it very basic. And that's it for this video. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Don't forget to click the little bell icon so you know when the next video is. I enjoyed making this video. I look forward to making the next one. The most important thing you can do is stay safe.